you get clowned on social media a lot. Like, whichever way the wind blows is, you know what I'm saying? How much does that affect you and how much do you look or seek that validation?
That shit don't make or break me. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about me. I don't care about how many L's you leave under my comments. I don't care about how many clown emojis you leave. I mean, corn. Nigga, I love corn. The rock group and the veggie. Fuck it.
What's up, geniuses? This is For the Record, and I'm your host, Rob Markman. This week we got a hip-hop icon, okay? This brother started in music, put out multi-platinum singles and albums, did worldwide tours, had his poster on your girlfriend's wall, and then he transitioned into movies and TV. And he's here with us today, man. Also, I can't forget, man, he spawned one of the most viral, funniest hashtags ever, man. So this dude does it throughout all the eras. Please welcome Shad Morse, a.k.a. Bow Wow, For the Record.
Good?
Yeah,
absolutely, man. Happy to be here.
Super
Appreciate
good.
it.
How you doing today, man? I see you ripping and running through New York right now.
Yeah, man, just tearing it up. Just I said I ain't doing no more interviews. So when I pop up, it's because I really rock with them. And I think a lot of people didn't understand what I meant by that. You know what I mean? It was just the radio side of it, the radio, the blogging, the gossip shit. But I had to pull up on you right here at G, so it's only right. So we here now.
That's low. I did get super nervous, man, because I saw you said no more interviews, so I hit your team up. I'm like, yo, he's still coming to Genius,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I'm still pulling up.
They
I'm
said
still pull up
absolutely.
on you. It's really after this, then I got to complete what's already what I committed to. I'm not the type of person to, oh, I ain't doing it now. It's like, nah, if I committed, then I made that choice, I'm still gonna pull up. So I'm happy to be here though, for real.
That's dope, man. And thank you for coming. I know you got a lot of things kind of going on, man, and you do a lot in movies and TV and. But the music is starting to heat up. You're back in the studio, really pushing out music. And, the first question I wanted to ask you, just being in it for as long as you have since a kid, where do you still find the passion to still hit the studio? I feel like, somebody else, a regular person might be burnt out. Like, oh, man, I'm over this. Yeah. I did everything there is to do.
Yeah, well, for me, I live at the studio. You know what I'm saying? We got a big-ass compound in Atlanta that Jermaine owns that we've had for over 20-something years now. There's bedrooms and shit in there. So for me, it's like roll out the bed and go to B, room B, which is I consider my room where we work at. So that's what keeps it going is the fact that it's in my backyard. I feel like every artist should have it in their backyard. You look at NBA players and they buy a home or a house, they got a full court basketball court out there. So, if that's your money maker, if that's your passion, keep it in the crib. So for me, that's where I keep getting the passion and the love to keep doing it is that this was my first love. This was my first baby. This is what spawned everything. So I'm never going to just throw it to the wayside. So for me, that's what keeps it going, really, is the fact that I really love it. I love hip-hop. I know I'm better than half the motherfuckers that's rapping now, that's putting out the shit. So it's kind of like, oh, if y'all fucking with this, come on, bruh. And so it's like, let me show y'all again. And for the naysayers and the haters, in hip-hop, you take a couple years off to do this or do that. Motherfuckers always want to write you off. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, I ain't one of them type of motherfuckers you can just write off. I'm still young. I still look young. I still look every bit of 18, 17. So, it's a young man game. So I'm still here.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about the evolution. I mean, we talked about, I think, the fans are anticipating Green Light 6.
Yeah.
The Drunk Off Ciroc record, man, got a lot of people talking. And I think, it obviously made headlines. I mean, you're in there talking about Snoop. Yeah. Chris Brown and y'all relationship, JD and y'all relationship. But to me, it just felt like a vent. It felt like just no hook, just go straight through. What was going on in the studio that day?
Shout out to my boy Panacho. He up there in Toronto, dope producer. He when I got the beat, I was like, oh shit. And I was really drinking Ciroc. Like, that's like my superpower. When I'm in the studio, I sip some of that Ciroc. I just feel free. Like I can do whatever. And I knew where I wanted to go with it because the beat, it had like a story kind of to it, and the tempo and everything. And I was like, okay, I know for a fact I gotta spit, I gotta rap. And then I was like, okay, what I want to rap about? I said, over this beat, it's got to be real. The first line was, I just felt it when I got off that juice. I was like, yeah, back on my shit. You should be nervous, boy. And then once that happened, I was like, okay, let's go. Wherever it goes, it goes. And how I write is bar by bar. So I'll write 4, stop, hear it, go to the next 4, and then it just went that way. Like I just let the music take me that way. And it's real actual facts, and what I state in that record is how I was really feeling. And I felt that I never really have been vulnerable before in a record where I'm just open and I say names and I don't sublime you and I just give it to you right in your face. And I think that's why the impact of that record in the video when I dropped it online, it took off that way. And I knew it was going to take off that way. I even told my boy Pimpin that was in the studio with me, one of my producers, I was like, yo, this shit right here I already know how they gonna react off this. To me, it's nothing. Like it's my story, but I know once the world get it, they gonna take it, spin it, talk about it. Oh shit, did you hear it? I already knew it was gonna happen, and it happened.
Were you able to? I mean, obviously, the big headline was like, "Oh, the Chris Brown, kill me when we in public and we ain't speaking to each other."
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing in there that I heard that was like a diss, or no, it wasn't a diss record.
Yeah.
He was speaking on the status of y'all relationship.
Yeah.
That got him to react. Has the record? Have you guys talked since the record? Has it opened up lines of communication?
No. But the line is there though. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy Ant, who I put into the game, now he a heavyweight, he a big boy now, but he was running with me. And now he worked for Brown. So to this day, I'm still rooted with Ant because, like I said, I'm the one who put him in the game. So he's always called. I talk to Ant every other day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Brown might be right next to him and Ant talking to me. So it's nothing for a pass the phone or it's nothing for us to meet up and talk. I just think that we just at two different places in life. My man had his daughter a couple years back. We all know, unfortunately, what my man has gone through with the media and everything like that. So a lot of that shit can take a toll on you, Right. And you start looking at your circle and you start living for yourself. And me, on the other hand, I'm all the way in Atlanta, living my life, raising my daughter, and navigating through my career and staying busy. And he's on tour, and I'm doing a movie or I'm working. So it's like we just miss each other. We look up, it can go 2 years, me and Brown don't see each other. But it don't mean that it's an issue or there's a problem. Like you said, that's why I refrain from doing interviews now because of shit like that. Like how somebody takes something and makes it something when that's not what it is. I discuss Cash Money. Like you said, I talk about JD. I talk about my little homie losing his life for sipping lean, which all these young niggas feel like that shit is cool. Like that shit ain't cool. You know what I mean? And popping all these pills and doing all that dumb shit. Like if that's what you do, that's what you do. But I lost one of my little partners to that shit. So it's kind of like it was more to it than just a Chris Brown situation. But since Brown is heavy in the media and I am, to put us two together, it makes sense.
It's good for a clip.
Exactly.
Let me ask you a question because you make a good point. You do talk about losing your partner to lean. You took a lot of shots. I mean, coming up in hip hop, now that we're a couple of generations into hip hop, the older generation always looks down or thumbs their noses up at what the new generation. You got a little bit of that, as you were coming up. But now you're older. You're almost like your generation. Like a lot of these kids rapping now came up off of Bow.
Yeah.
How is it different now than when you were coming up, especially with the drugs, man? Because it's so much, or feels like it's so much more prevalent, or at least the drugs are different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The drugs are definitely different. 93, 92 was the chronic. You know what I'm saying? Now it's Percocet. You know what I mean? But it's just a wave. But the rock star's been doing that shit since the 80s. Led Zeppelin and those guys and Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, these guys been doing this shit. It's the fact that it just hit the hip hop culture caught onto it late. And I see a lot of the cats saying we used to talk about selling the drugs. So nowadays, cats it's like they're junkies. They're happy to be off the drugs. But I mean, like I said, it's a different time now. You got the club scene is real heavy. The beats is like everything is just is different, and a lot of these cats that do this shit, it just puts them in a vibe. Right. You pop like I ain't gonna lie, I popped a Molly before. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I took one before. I like how that shit made me feel. Fuck no. Right. You know what I mean? Fuck no. Like I didn't like that shit. Like listening to Trinidad James, like Papa Molly, I'm sweating. Woo! You be like, okay, let me try one. That shit might sound a little fun. And then you try one of them motherfuckers, and it's like, oh my god, like I'm just hot. Now I'm cold. Oh, I got chills. Oh, shit. Got a shit now. It's like, I don't want to go through all that shit. So, I just think that we're just in a different era. And, the culture is different. And, you got guys like Gucci, who is, a god in the city of Atlanta.
Absolutely.
To these young cats. You got Migos who came up under them. And, Soulja Boy loving Gucci. You hearing what Gucci rapping about. And if you become influenced, You know what I'm saying? Then you gonna do it. Wayne was influential. You got what's in that white cup?
Right.
Oh, I want to try some of that. You know, my favorite rapper is Wayne, and they get it. So it's an influential thing.
Right.
You know, is it the right thing? Nah, because this is the shit that's killing motherfuckers. Like I think who do we just lose?
Lil Peep.
Yeah, like this shit is crazy. You know,
Yeah.
Pimp C, Screw. You know, it's just. You know, and then you see motherfuckers having seizures and shit. Yeah, man, it's sad. So it's like, why y'all want to keep putting this shit in your body, knowing this shit going? And it's not like they just sipping lean. Like I can understand if you just sipping lean,
Right.
and that's all you doing. These motherfuckers sipping lean, popping X, and popping Adderall. That's too much. Your body overworking, man. That's just too much.
It's crazy, man. Do you feel like sometimes looking at the game, do you feel like the old head now a little bit? Like, you little kids wilding.
Yeah, I don't.
You still look 16.
Yeah, I don't, because I still be doing young, wild, dumb shit myself.
Right.
So it's like I'm a part of the bullshit. Like I'm cool with Yachty. Like people wouldn't even expect that. You know what I'm saying? But me and Yachty stay on the text. You know, not saying we might ever make a song. You know what I mean? If it happens, it does. If it doesn't, it does. But we fuck with each other.
Right.
Out. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Dirk. You know, I just had Dirk at the studio. We weren't recording. We just gambling, shooting ball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I always extend my hand out. And I feel like that's another reason why Gucci hot. Because he stay fucking with the young niggas.
Right.
And that's something Snoop always told me, man, spread that love. I put you in the game, and now it's your turn to the way we keep hip hop moving is by you spreading your knowledge on the youngest. And I've always been about that. So my door is always open to the younger generation. Whether it was Soulja when we came up, when I collabed with him quick, whether it's a Yachty, a Dirk, you know, I fuck with all these cats. You know what I'm saying? Because I like what they doing.
It was funny when you were talking about you and Brown and both of y'all having daughters now. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but you know, life goes on. Y'all grow up. Y'all went from boys to men, literally, in this music thing, and we watched y'all grow up. Do you ever sometimes wish that you didn't start so early?
No.
Like, you're good with it.
I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did because I got an advantage. You know, if I came in at 20, say I came in like at 2021, excuse me, I done been in the game over 21 years. I'll be 41. I'll be tapped out. Bow Wow wouldn't be cool to rap no more. You know, it's niggas I look at like, yo, niggas stop.
Right.
Like, you just stop. Like, your fashion's off. You just stuck in that. Just stop. Give it up.
Right.
So, nah, I never feel that way. Nah.
Nah, that's dope. You know, one of the things I want to ask you, because the game changed, right? You know, when you came in, obviously, I mean, you got signed when you were 6 years old.
Yeah.
And again, growing from a boys to men, I want to talk about one of the topics this week that came up was writing, you know, and ghostwriting, or even when they get credit. Cardi is on fire right now when she openly gave Partisan Fontaine credit for writing and helping her write these songs.
Absolutely.
And it's accepted. I think maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, they'd be like, get out of here with that.
Right.
Nobody seems to really care anymore. What I want to do with you is I want to kind of track your career writing. So when you first was getting written for, when you first transitioned to writing for yourself.
All right.
I guess the first thing, can you list the people that have written for you or written with you throughout your career? Yeah. Definitively, this is the definitive list.
Yeah. This is dope because I never really did this before. But Corrupt wrote my first song ever. 2 songs, a song called Dave and this other one called After 3 p.m. It's on YouTube. I just posted it on my Instagram.
Right.
Corrupt wrote for me, Brat, JD, of course, my man Slim from Queens. We do a lot of stuff together. And my man Rock from Newark. I got a lot of East Coast niggas that I had on my squad. That's it. Here's a little gem. When I was living in New York and I was hosting 106 in Park, when I was ready, I was so busy I just didn't have time to get to the studio. Like I didn't step in the studio for 2 years when I was hosting 106. So I reached out to Kiss. Like, no bullshit. Like, I just did not have the fucking time to get in the studio and write, but I wanted to keep the wheel moving.
Right.
So I reached out to Kiss like, yo, I ain't got time, my nigga. Me and Kiss, I fuck with Kiss. I'm like, yo, dog, I'll up the bag. Like, I just ain't got time. I need 10 things. Crazy. ASAP.
Right.
Like, ASAP. And my nigga like, shit, it's nothing. Because at the end of the day, it's about the delivery and it's about the song. You know what I mean? They don't get on R&B, like Beyonce don't write everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jermaine wrote the whole Confessions
Whole
album.
Confessions, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't see nobody saying, oh, it didn't come from the...
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times it's hard to write shit. And then if you write for somebody, because you know how it's supposed to sound, it's hard for motherfucker to deliver it like how you did it.
Right.
So it could be tough either way it goes. But those are the only people that wrote with me or that oh, and Tip. I'm sorry.
Tip.
How could I leave Tip?
I was gonna be like,
oh,
damn.
Shit. Yeah, Tip, my bad. Yeah, those are the only guys that ever rocked with me like that.
What was the records that Kiss? What was that Kiss did with you?
Me and Kiss did a song together called From Ohio to Yonkers.
Right.
And Ohio to Yonkers, that's right. And when we did that, Kiss hit me was like, nigga, like, you done upped your shit. Like, you sound right. And I was like, damn, that mean a lot coming from Kiss.
Yeah.
And that's what spawned that whole idea of, well, shit, we got this song out, like, fuck it, man, just do this. Because I'm so busy doing this. I'm doing CSI, I'm flying back and forth. I just don't, my nigga, do this for me. And he was going to do the love for me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't going to say no names, but it's a lot of big dogs in the game. And I know this for a fact because he told me. Nigga was like, I ain't write none of this shit.
Right.
But because I got the look, and because I'm stamped, and because I'm an icon, and I got that muscle behind me, and they know I done did my shit, but I ain't got time for that shit no more.
Right.
That plaque, mom, that one, I ain't write that. I ain't write that. I ain't write.
These are big dogs in the game.
Big dog. A big dog.
You can say some names. It's just me and you here. None of these cameras is here right now.
I never do him dirty like that.
I feel you.
So, but just know, a lot of these niggas, even the ones that we consider legends and, oh my God, he's a God MC, they done had songs written for. Because you got to think sometimes they can do the bar shit, but they might have problems doing a record like, I want some melodic, but and somebody got to come in and do it.
Right. Yep. I think Snoop was vocal about his part on Still D.R.E. He's like, Jay wrote the whole thing. Jay wrote my part. Like
Jay,
it was
Nas.
hot. Yeah.
No, Jay wrote Still Dre.
Yep. Yep.
Nas wrote something for Dre.
Probably. I without looking
I
it up,
know
without
for
having
a fact.
it for her, yeah.
And then I know Eminem wrote some shit for Dre. Like I could tell, like, but don't nobody question Dre though.
Right.
And the reason why is because he found the talent.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's the producer, so he has a whole vision for the record.
Yeah, so he gets the ultimate pass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The ultimate pass. So
what was the first record? I'm glad. Thank you for like establishing that. Now we got the definitive list. What was the first record that Bow wrote for himself?
First record, I was 14. I did Basketball. Me and Fab.
You and Fab. So you had so the first record that you say, listen, I'm doing this, you know what I'm saying, on my own. You gonna head up against Los.
Yeah, but as a kid, I knew I can get away with it as far as like it ain't gonna be no he bodied him or he bodied him. But it was an argument in the studio because I was like, JD, I was like, dog, I wanna write my shit, bro. Like I already done wrote the Curtis Blow part, like Basketball. Like I kept the same cadence in some of the words and just switched a little bit, but I'm like, nah, man, this next verse, let me do it. I wanna do it, let me do it. And you know, and it came out right. Like for a 14-year-old, I got the rock in my hand, ain't no telling what I'm gonna do with it. When I got possession, I'm act a fool with it. I might cross you up a fake one way, turn around and hit you with the MJ. Like I was that's 14. Like I was like, I'm like, shit, all right. Then JD was like, okay.
That's
all
good.
right, I might let you get in on some sessions when we writing with you. And that's how I started. So I had to make JD believe that I could do it. And then once I did it by getting written for so long, you build so much style, and then I learned how to come in, or I started to learn how to count bars, or this is an 8, or this is a 12, or this is a 16. And once I got the whip for that, it just became easy at that point.
Nowadays, with this new project, you got Greenlight coming, you got an album coming down the road.
Right.
Are you writing? Are you still collaborating with writers?
The whole shit. I don't need no help now.
Would you still be open to?
Nope.
Okay. So what changed at this point in your life, in your creative process?
Because everybody who helped me pen, I learned and I took from each one until I became more seasoned with it and comfortable to where I could put my own spin on shit. Then I started saying, how can you write for me if you don't live in this body? You know, it's easy to write now because I'm just writing about shit that I live and I see throughout my own eyes, but you not me. So it ain't gonna come out right now if you write for me. So I gotta write for myself. Nobody write for me now. I'm in the studio, the whole body of work. If I ever get jammed up, I stop. I stop at whatever bar I'm at, go smoke, eat, take a nap, get up, go back in the studio. Here we go. With a fresh brain, and I got it. I can finish it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my process now. I need no help. It's just me and my producer, pimping, and we sit side by side like this. I don't stand up when I record. I sit down like this. I got the mic like right here, and I'm like this the whole time.
Because a regular like Drunk Off Ciroc, I can't imagine that anybody could come in and
Nobody,
pen that.
no one. And I don't write nothing down either. You know, I go. I like the beat, put it in Pro Tools, put the headphones on. I wear my headphones like a DJ. I hate hearing myself.
Yeah.
I like to hear myself, like my real voice in the room. So I keep one on so I can hear the beat, so I can stay on beat. But I take this one off.
So you don't hear your own vocals.
Yeah, I don't want to hear myself at all. And I keep the mic on mute so I don't hear nothing but just the beat, my real voice. And then I got it after that.
Let's talk about this new album. How's it pronounced? Suicide spelled backwards.
Yeah.
Do you know how to pronounce this thing?
Edicius.
Edicius, okay. So Edicius. Why?
The reason why is because at a point in my life, you know, I was really contemplating suicide. I really didn't want to be here no more. And I feel like I did everything that I always wanted to do. Selling out the Garden 6 times, opening up the Grammys with Madonna, did songs with Beyonce, kicked it with countless cats, met Barack Obama, went to the White House, been all over the world, met so many powerful people, spent the night at Michael Jordan's house. Now Mr. Jordan, I call him Mr. Jordan now, it's like, I came and called him Michael because me and his son Marcus, we best friends. So it's like, shit, movies, box office movies, money, homes, cars, women. The fuck else is there for me to do? So for me, I'm like, shit, that's why I was trying to have a kid early. Like I was trying to have my first kid at like 16. Because I lived way beyond my years. Like when I was 5 and 6, I was running around with adults. I was with corrupt dads. I was with Snoop. Exactly. So I wasn't around kids. So I didn't see no kid shit. I grew up fast. You know, my first tattoo, you supposed to wait till you 18. That's shit you look forward to. I had my shit way before that. You know, I had a car way before 16. So like I kind of rushed life.
That's why I had asked you earlier if you felt like that maybe you started too young. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, well, as far as like from the music standpoint, no, because there's an advantage. But as far as life-wise, yeah, because like for instance, like I make money, right? I told my boy, I'm like, damn, I want a new whip. It's summertime, I want to cop something. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, I'm about to just recop what I already copped. There's nothing out here for me to buy. I'm cool. Like I don't, so it's like I've been here, done that. It's like I keep seeing the same shit. So I start getting suicidal. Like I don't want to be here. Like I'd rather go do something else. I'd rather move on. Like it's a wrap. I'm good. And that's what spawned Edicius. I took suicide and I said, shit, it's gotta be something. I just spelt it backwards one day and threw it in Google and it actually meant something. And it means after death, to come back, you know, again, a new you. And so I just turned the negative feeling into a positive feeling. And, you know, and that's pretty much it, to the point to where it's even deeper than that, that when I do drop the album and you see Edicius, if you go stand in the mirror and you in reverse, it's gonna say suicide, right? But you gotta face yourself, you gotta face your fears. So not only are you seeing what it says in reverse, but you also looking at the person in the mirror, which is yourself. And that's who I was at battle with, was myself. So the title was that, plus when you reverse it in the mirror, you'll see it, but you also stand in your own reflection.
It was taboo to speak about for so long. Jay-Z openly speaks about therapy, and Cudi openly speaks about his mental health, and Kanye. And props to Scarface. I actually think Scarface doesn't get enough props. I think My Mind Playing Tricks on Me had to be the first hip-hop record that ever addressed paranoia and depression and things like that. But it seems more acceptable now for artists to speak about it, and fans are receptive to it. Have you ever went to therapy, or, you know, these feelings that you're talking about?
Nah, that's what make it hard, because you gotta, you know, I done dealt with them by myself, or just cried it out, you know what I'm saying? Sat in my closet on the floor, just chilled, and, you know, that's how I kind of dealt with it, you know, and just cried it out. You know, I was just on vacation not too long ago, and I had to cry it out one night. You know what I'm saying? I just had to let it out. You know, I was just, you know, not that I was gonna do something crazy, but I was just feeling real down. You know, I think a lot of people look at our lives and feel like, damn, I want to trade I want to trade. It's like, you do, but the pressure that this shit come with is way different than if you broke or if you, I understand that. I never in life say, okay, what I go through is just extremely horrible. When you got people in Section 8 with no lights, no heat, no nothing, it's fucking cold in the wintertime. So, but I look at it like there is no level of bad shit. Bad shit is bad shit, right? You can have $1 million, I can have $1. You getting sued, you might be having baby mama issues, everybody gunning for you, you gonna go the fuck crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's motherfuckers that, Fortune 500 motherfuckers that lose $10 million, $20 million, and they jump off the cliff. Like, the richest motherfuckers be having the most problems because it's not like there's a lot of rich motherfuckers in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I look at like problems are just fucking problems. And you know how I deal with my problems is either I cry it out, I smoke, and then after I do that, I'm all right. But I ain't never really had a chance to talk to nobody or do nothing like that. You know, I don't think it's been to that point yet where I done try to slice my wrist or, you know, for me, it's just thinking about it, contemplating, like, why am I thinking this shit? Like, you know, I'm just searching for an answer. Why do I feel like this?
Do you imagine the act, or is it imagining just if I'm not here?
Yeah, if I'm not here, you know, I'm just now getting all this GOAT shit. You a legend, you this, you that. And for me, it's like, okay, well, I see how they do Pac, see how they do Biggie, all the greats. And you know, that's when they really love you. They really love you when you gone. So for me, it was just thinking about that, like, all right, these motherfuckers want to troll all the time, knowing I done gave these motherfuckers some of the most illest movies. I done gave y'all the illest love records. I done gave y'all hits. I done gave y'all tours. I done gave y'all memorable moments. Like Mike, shit y'all can hold on forever. Now y'all want to play? All right, well, let's see how y'all going to play when I'm not here no more. When you can't see me no more. When I'm not going to do no shows. When I'm not going to do no movies. How about that? When you'll never get another tweet. You'll never see a picture upload on my gram. Whatever's left, that's going to be the only motherfucking picture that'll ever get posted.
How important at this point is that validation to you from fans, from, you know, look, listen, Bow Wow, you know, kudos to you from taking the Bow Wow challenge from something negative to something positive and not letting it turn you out. But how much do you look to you get clowned on social media a lot, like, you know, whichever way the wind blows is, you know what I'm saying? How much does that affect you, and how much do you look or seek that validation?
That shit don't mean nothing to me. I see him clown Meek, shit. And Meek hard. You know what I'm saying? Hard, credible, all that. And at one time, you would think me and Meek was sharing L's. You know, I was watching everything. Like, Meek is that nigga to me. Meek is super nice. Like, how can you, like, I don't even get it. Like, and it happened after the whole Drake situation, but it's like, he's still credible. Like, he's still a fucking fire-ass MC. Like, that shit just ain't right. So for me, I don't look for no fucking validation. I feel like I'm only getting it now because I'm starting to be more open. And people starting to fall in love with me. You know what I'm saying? I never was open like this. You know, I was always, oh man, no, I don't want to talk about that, or no. I would keep it closed in so the people wouldn't know. Now I'm starting to get all these GOAT emojis and you a legend and Bow, I follow you. I think it comes with age. Now I'm 31. They're starting to really see that I'm like one of the last Mohicans of this shit, or for my generation like that. But that shit don't make or break me. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about me. I don't care about how many L's you leave under my comments. I don't care about how many clown emojis you leave. I mean, corn. Nigga, I love corn. The rock group and the veggie. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what you leaving. That shit, because guess what? I'm going to still roll out the bed, hop in one of my whips, ride down somewhere, and the shit that I see in my comments never manifested to the real world. I don't see it. I'm still in the clubs. I'm still in front of my people. I was just in Norfolk, Virginia at a hood-ass spot. You can't tell me not 10 people in there wasn't a part of the Bow Wow Challenge. Didn't have fun throwing shots at me, I'm sure. But I didn't see it. So my thing is I just keep it moving. I live in the real world. That shit is like the Matrix. Like, so many people get sucked into that shit. I don't really get sucked into that shit because at the end of the day, it don't mean nothing. They ain't paying my bills. They ain't stopping the check from coming through. You see, I got to check off the back. I should be thanking Black Twitter. You know what I'm saying? For them going so crazy with it. And then me sitting back like, ooh, if y'all motherfuckers think that I'm not about to capitalize off this shit, y'all crazy. And I did that.
Right. All right, man. Nah, and just going back, and the reason too why we went, I was really curious about the album and the title, just to check up on you, like, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah, yeah.
damn, like, you know, somebody talk suicide, it's like it's
No,
real,
it's
and,
serious.
and I'm sure you have fans who really, you know, there's people out there who really feel that way. What do you say to your fans? Because there's some people. I did see some people online like questioning, like, is this just marketing? Is he really going
Nah,
through
you
this?
don't market no shit like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't market. My mama said shit tell you, Bow crazy. You know what I'm saying? Bow is crazy.
So what can you say to your fans that may be feeling the same way and may not have, because though you haven't sought out therapy or see, you have ways to cope. And,
Right.
you know, with the money gives you means to get the help that
Excuse
you need if things ever really get to that point. A
Mm,
lot of
yeah.
your fans don't have that and might not have anybody to
Right.
hold on to during their darkest
Then
times.
what you
do you
do
say?
is you do what you say. You talk to somebody. Like the night I was going through, I was talking to my girl. My girl helped me get through once I cried it out. It's always good to talk to somebody. Talking it out, telling somebody your problems, just taking some you time, just thinking about everything and thinking about what's important. You know, I got a daughter. I'd crush her if I left. You know, you start thinking about the important things in life, and you just got to battle it. Life is tough. It's gonna be that way. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say life is a test. Life is hard. They wouldn't say that for no reason. You know, but we pass tests. So that's what I would say. Talk to somebody. If you can't figure it out on your own, if you don't have that self thing about you, since a little boy, I always talk to myself. Which that's why I say I'm weird. You know, I
Right.
just talk to myself. But definitely talk to somebody if you can't deal with it on your own. Seek help. And I would say that's the main thing. And think about the things that are important. Think about your parents. How would they feel if you gone? Because you can't come back. You know, so you know that's what I would say. Think about the things that are important, and try to get through it.
Dope. You also have a new song called Yeah,
Yeah.
where you sample Gucci Man. You got the Gucci Man
Yeah,
ad-libs
yeah, yeah.
on there. I wanted to ask you a question with this because you know, you're from Ohio, of course, but I mean, really spent so much of your life and your career in
Atlanta.
Atlanta and been stable in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So now there's this debate. I know if you see on social media, T.I. and Gucci going back and forth about
Yeah.
who invented trap music.
Yeah.
Who started trap music, Bob?
For me being in Atlanta, you know, the first person I ever heard say the word trap was Tip. You know what I'm saying? Dope Boys in the Trap. He had an album, Trap Music. You know, for me, Tip was the first person that I heard. Living in Atlanta, then so Icy came, and I started hearing Gucci, that Jeezy run. I feel like Gucci is he brings the trap element just more different than Tip. Tip's trap music is more serious.
Right.
You know, it's serious. It's hard. Whereas Gucci shit is hard, but it got a bop to it. Like Gucci kind of put the fun in the trap.
Right.
Like, oh my darling, got the jewelry on there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, got a brick, then I'll break it down. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit. Like, whereas Tip is, you know, his shit is just more different. Gucci brought the colorful essence and, you know, kind of took it somewhere else. That's what made, I think, Gucci sound so what it was.
Right.
But the first person that I actually heard trap music come from, or even say the word trap music, was T.I.
What's Tip? And I agree with you, and you know, I think Tip was influenced by 3 6, like we all were in UGK, and there was a lot of elements, but Tip coined it, and then everybody takes it a little further than the one before them.
Absolutely.
Gucci definitely took it.
Oh man.
I agree. All right, man. This is for the record. I want to play a couple of just quick rapid fire questions
All right.
with you. This is called Record Break. Okay, I'm just gonna ask you some quick questions about some records.
Okay.
First thing that come to your mind, you just go.
Got it.
What's your favorite record of all time?
Probably Snoop. That's my name. What's my name?
Okay. What's the one Bow Wow record that you're too embarrassed to perform and will never get on stage to do no matter how much they pay you?
Not embarrassed, but Bounce With Me. I don't do Bounce With Me no more. I still do Bow Wow, That's My Name with Snoop, but Bounce With Me, nah. The only time I do that is if I ever do like my 20th year of that album. Like I'll perform the Beware of Dog album in its entirety. That'd be weird.
What's the greatest Bow Wow record ever?
It's hard, but I'm gonna think like a Bow Wow fan, so I'm gonna go with Like You.
Okay, that's a good record. It's a great record.
Thanks.
Who does Bow Wow make better records with? Chris Brown or Omarion?
Shit. Both. I'm keeping it all the way real with you, and the reason why is because I got a number one with O. I got a number one in the top 5 with Brown. Been on tour with both of them. Both made a lot of money together. Got a whole entire project with O. That project went gold. It's hard to say. I win with them both.
I'm gonna let him get out. I'm gonna let him squeeze by out of that one.
Yeah. If I can see if I work with one and I didn't we didn't pop it all, I'll be like, oh, now me and him for sure. We tried, but we both won. I won with both of them.
What's the best record out right now except yours? Anything except yours. The number one record right now that you jamming to.
What's that girl? My girl got me listening to that. Oh, shit. Oh, what's the name of that song? Man, it's this new R&B record out. It's a girl. Is it her?
Her?
How does it go?
She got a couple out.
Is that it?
Focus? Yeah, her?
I think it's her. They play it all the time. It's like, yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, it's her.
Dope.
I think that's the record I'm talking about.
Shout out to her. Okay. Finally, man, this is For the Record.
Okay.
There's been a lot said about you. There's been a lot assumed about you throughout your career. So I want to give you a chance to just clear up, to make any statement that you want to make about anything.
Okay.
So you just finished this record. For the Record.
I am not the motherfucker who the media be trying to portray me as. That's for the record. I'm not who they make stories about, rumors about. For the record, I don't be looking for shit. I don't be looking for drama with niggas, static with niggas. I just try to wake up, do my shit, and it's always a motherfucker that just feel like they just want to jump in my lane and just mix it up with me for no reason. And, that's what I would say. For the record, I'm just not the motherfucker who the media be putting out there that I am. And now I'm getting an opportunity to really open up and show the world who I am.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Shad Moss.
My God, absolutely. Thanks for having me, homie. I appreciate it. Absolutely.